Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, turn notifications on and hit the like button. This video is about my SCUF controller, and I want to bring everyone up to speed. If you're thinking about getting a SCUF controller, or if you've got one, you probably already know what I'm going to say, but for those of you that are searching the web, searching YouTube, looking for a review, I hope you find this review, because my SCUF Impact Pro, which I always run wired, just if you're wondering why the cable's in, I don't have to have that in, but I always run it wired, so there's no Bluetooth lag. My SCUF Impact Pro is really good controller. It's an expensive controller. It's really expensive for a controller. When you think PlayStation 4 controller is only £50, you probably get them second hand for like £25 in my country. But the SCUF Impact is the high end controller. You can obviously use it on PC as well, but the issues that I've had with my SCUF controller now, going on 9 a year now of owning it, is a few things that I want to bring to everyone's attention if you're thinking of getting one. The back buttons I've never ever had a problem with. Never let me down. They always work. They always remap as they should. On the move as well, the electromagnetic key thing, that works, and they map straight away as they should, and they always do. But it's something that nobody'd ever think about, because you use a PS4 controller and these things, they've never worn on me, mostly because I use these things that I'm going to show you here in front of me. And so I want to just go back to the SCUF controller before I get onto that. The SCUF controller at the minute that I'm using has a standard stock PS4 thumbstick, and next to it has the SCUF extended, the mid-range thumbstick. But the problem is, you can see that it's completely disshaped, and if you look in the top corner there, it's even started to peel on the one side. So I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but that has peeled. And now the other side, I always use one of these things. So there's this one, which is the extended one. There's the sniper thumbsticks, which are the cross ones, which obviously fit your thumb a bit more snug. Can't get on with them. There's these ones, which have the little grippy nipples on the top. Nipples. And then there's this one, which is the smaller one, and it has a few more of those things on the top. So I've used all of them, and when you use them on a SCUF controller, when you rotate this, the rubber catches on this little SCUF lip, so the rubber actually creates a friction around there, so those are out of the question. Now obviously you can use these, which are the Control Freaks. I've just got some new ones of these in, so these bolt on, but again they still catch very slightly on the surround, only slightly on the SCUF controller. They don't on the standard PS4 ones, but they do on the SCUF. So the annoying thing about these is I feel like I have to super glue them to that bit in order for them to not fire off when I'm mid-battle in a sweaty build-off. So that's the other thing. Now if you don't use any of them, you're going to find you have a problem like this. So there is another SCUF controller, worn. Another one, worn. Another one, worn. Another one, worn. Another one, worn. This one not as bad, but it's worn. And that's my spare PS4 one that I've resorted back to. So I forgot to show you, I did have these ones in blue as well, but it's beside the point. So all of the things that I've used to try and prevent the thumbsticks from ever wearing don't work on a SCUF controller. They catch and they won't allow you to use them. So you have to keep buying the thumbsticks, which annoys me because they're expensive and you're constantly having to go, say 2-3 months, 3 months being the maximum, you'll end up having a new set of thumbsticks. on your SCUF controller because they wear out so badly. They are super grippy and they're great when you get them. They do feel grippy the whole way through even when they're wearing, but they wear and they wear quickly. My standard PS4 controller, I've never had an issue with it. I can lob a couple of these on. I can lob the Control Freaks on. They never wear. They never have done. They're fine. So that's the little niggly thing that annoys me about the controller. The other thing is the controller costs like say 270 quid, somewhere like that, just 250 to round it up. 6 months ago it broke, completely broke, and I had what's been recently in the game, the Fortnite running glitch. So when I was pressing L3, it wasn't running. No matter what I did, when I was tapping this button, it just wasn't running. It wouldn't run. There was nothing I could do. It just wouldn't have it. So I sent it off to SCUF, and they said, "Oh, we take care of it. You haven't got any warranty or anything like that." But the whole board went. So there's no way that I could have broke the board, or there's no water on it or anything like that. But this was something that I had to pay for because the SCUF controller it was basically like the board on it had just fried itself, whatever reason, and that was my fault, so I had to pay for it. And obviously it came back £72 later, which I could have really bought a second-hand SCUF controller or one of these other cheaper controllers, and yeah, basically nearly got a brand new controller for it. Now when it come back, the R2 trigger button wasn't right. You can't see any difference with it, but the L2 one is fine. This one, when you pop off the L2 trigger finger there, you can see it's locked there. See that? So then this doesn't, it's fine, but it's temperamental. Look, should be over this way slightly, but it's leaning up into that corner. See that bit of movement there? So, and also the insert there to control the ratio of how sensitive the fire button is doesn't work at all. So it came back to me. I was desperate to get it back, and I just put up with it. And as I've noticed, it's slowly going back to how it was before I had the repair. The L3 run mode isn't as I'm having to press it harder in order to get it to run properly. And now when I'm pressing, say I've got the pickaxe out and I'm hitting something on Fortnite, when I'm pressing R2, it's slowly rotating round. No movement on the thumbsticks, just R2, and as I'm whacking it, it's moving round. So again, there's something broken there, but I can't be bothered to send it off because I tweeted them on Twitter and they say, "Oh, send your order number out to so and so," and there's like, you know, I don't keep them sort of things up. I expected to buy a SCUF controller, I got the box just there, and it was just going to be the best thing I ever bought. It keeps breaking, and I've come to the point where I won't buy another SCUF controller ever again. There's so many other options out on the market. Unless SCUF go, look, you know, we'll send you out a brand new controller, see how you get on with it, you know, and try and like redeem themselves that way. I don't ever want to own a SCUF controller. They are amazing, but there's so many other good brands now on the market. I'd advise everybody to go and check out the market when it comes to controllers. Some people have tweeted me on Twitter saying that there's different makes, different brands, and I've looked at them and they all look good and they're a fraction of the price. So don't put yourself through the stress of getting a SCUF controller. If you're a kid and you're asking for one for your birthday or something, I know people that have bought them and they've arrived and they're already broken, or they've rattled them and there's something loose inside and stuff. So save yourself the stress, go for a cheaper option. You know it's going to work. Check the reviews out on YouTube. The reason I'm making this review is because I'm just fed up with my controller. It's always breaking, it's temperamental, it works sometimes, doesn't other times, and I don't want to send it off and have another £100 bill because they fixed it, but it came back and it wasn't properly fixed. So I just wanted to bring everybody's attention, you know, to the SCUF controllers. I know I've seen a few videos like this, but these things are not cheap. Say like 27 quid posted out. You know, I think that's like $50 in America. You know, there's how many pairs here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pairs at 27 quid a pop. You do the maths on that. You know, it's not cheap. So you're constantly having to buy stuff for the controller, and I don't think that should be the case when you're gaming. You buy something of good quality, it should last. There's a motto: if you buy cheap, you buy twice. But in my case, I didn't buy cheap, I bought expensive, and I'm still having to find a way to maintain it and all the rest of it. And yeah, I just don't think that's good. So have a good think about it. If you're going to get a SCUF controller, seriously consider your options. And yeah, that's my review on the SCUF Impact Pro. So there it is. Thanks. Cheers. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Cheers. Bye.